Hey, how's it going? It's Fat Daddy Sambo with those nerdy metal guys, and it's time for another concert review. Today we'll be talking about the Halloween night show for Wage War at the Masquerade in Atlanta. And Halloween has not been a night where I have historically gone out to shows. Typically, I stay home with my family, watch a few movies, hand out some candy to the neighborhood kids, turn off the lights, and go to bed. So it was great to get out and start a new tradition of getting out and checking out some exciting live music. We went to the Masquerade in Atlanta, and the Masquerade, for those who aren't familiar with it, is three clubs under one moniker. You have a large venue called Heaven, which is where you'll have bands like Clutch, Monster Magnet, Striper, The Devil Wears Prada, We Came as Romans, Bless the Fall. Bands like that will typically play in Heaven, Lacuna Coil. And then you have Purgatory, which is it's a lot like going to your neighborhood bar. There is a large bar. There are stools. There is a dance floor slash mosh floor, whatever you want to call it. And then you have Hell, which is where we were on this night. And Hell is it's tiny. It's it maybe 150 people, capacity. But a great place, a lot of energy in those walls. Just a fantastic experience there. We got there late, and unfortunately, we missed the first band in the lineup. And the lineup for this night was Dayseeker, Polaris, Like Moths to Flames, and Wage War headlining. As I said, we missed Dayseeker. We did catch Polaris, and Polaris has a great amount of energy to their show. I did get to meet Jamie Hale, Hales, the lead singer of Polaris, after they were done with their set. Super nice guy. Definitely, the crowd was into their show. I can't say anything really bad about them. And we'll come back to an overall summary of the performance after I talk about the individual band sets. Like Moths to Flames, again, very energetic. The crowd was really into them. I can't say I was personally because I wasn't familiar with their music, and they just didn't grab me on that level of, hey, you have got to give me your all. You and the crowd, it didn't do that for me. It was more of a situation where I went, oh, another metalcore band. Okay, great. And then we had Wage War. And Wage War, I was very familiar with their music. There were the songs that I sung along with. There were the songs where I wished that they weren't playing because I didn't like them on the album and I didn't like them live. You're going to have that at a show. They did have a pretty neat moment where they brought Jamie Hales back out to do a duet with the band, and that was pretty cool. But overall, here's where we're going to get into basically the point of this review, which is it was a metalcore show. I can't say a whole lot more about it. Metalcore at one point, it was very aggressive. It was the bands really did have their own distinctive styles, in the same way that nu metal and heavy metal and thrash metal is an umbrella where Metallica doesn't sound like Slayer, doesn't sound like Megadeth, doesn't sound like Anthrax and Testament and Flotsam and Jetsam and Overkill. They all have their own sound, but they're under that umbrella. You had the same thing with metalcore, where Atreyu didn't sound like Trivium, didn't sound like The Devil Wears Prada, didn't sound like Norma Jean, and so on and so forth. At this show, it was basically changing the name of the band and the members of the band, and the musical styling rolled into the next band over and over again. It was a regurgitation of the same Kool-Aid that they've been drinking for years, and it's been fermenting, and we've come up with this current status. Wage War has had great success with their album, and I wish them all the luck in the world. It was a sold-out show, so they are definitely reaching people. Even in as a cold-hearted metal community as Atlanta, and I'm a native Atlantan. It's nothing against my brothers in the metal and sisters in the metal community. It's the fact that you have a lot of people who like metal who don't support the bands when they come to town. So it was great to see a sold out show, even in a glorified shoe closet like hell. You know, but musically, there's nothing adventurous that I heard that night. You know, the breakdowns are all going to be the same. The growls, the little bit of clean singing, you know, oh, here's our ballad, oh, here's our hit. It didn't do it for me, you know. I have to say that, you know, comparing this show to other metalcore shows that I've seen this year, this may have been the most generic one. It's not to be mean to the bands that we saw. They're all very good, you know, and they're all nice guys from what I can tell. And I really wish them all the luck in the world. But at the end of the day, are these bands on a list where I want to go out of my way to hunt down their albums, to go to their shows, to buy their merch? No. And I hate to come across as a jackass like that, but that's just how it presented itself. So you know, that was the show for Halloween. Again, if you know, Wage War is actively touring in support of this album. If you are a fan of this style of music, if you're a fan of Wage War, definitely go see them. I mean, they put on a good show. They didn't grab me, and just because they didn't grab me, the guy making the video, you know, in an exciting way, doesn't mean that they're not a good band to see live. They're solid. They're solid. Their album is solid. All the bands on this list are solid. They did a great job. I can't say that enough. I know I've probably said it a dozen times. It's simply that it has gotten to the point where metalcore is just regurgitating the same crap over and over again. And I would love to see somebody break the mold and get back to something exciting. So Norma Jean has come close with their latest album, and I will be doing a review on that later on. But it's just a drop in the bucket. So anyway, that's our review. If you like the video, please give us a thumbs up. If there's anything that we can do differently that you would like to, or a band that you would like for us to review, leave us a message in the comments section. I hope that everybody enjoyed this, and have a great day, and thanks for watching.